Does God exist, or is he just wishful thinking? Daniel here. Welcome to the channel where we do have tough questions about faith, God, the Bible. We want to give reasonable answers to these questions. So the first question today is, does God exist? Do we have reason to believe God exists? The answer is yes, but let me give you some substance today. Let me give you one thing, one reason of why we can know for certain that God exists. It's called the cosmological argument. It's laid out like this. Everything that began to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist, therefore the universe has a cause. So let's break that down. The first one is everything that began to exist has a cause. We don't need to spend a lot of time on this because it's pretty straightforward. Everything began to exist. For example, the shirt began to exist at some point, meaning this shirt is not eternal. This table is not eternal. Those books are not from eternity past. Look around your room, wherever you're sitting. The things around you were created or caused by someone or something else. They are not eternal. So this is what this first statement is saying, that everything began to exist has a cause. Pretty straightforward. You, me, the things around us began to exist, therefore we have a cause. And then it goes forward to saying the universe began to exist. Now, it used to believe back in the day that the universe was eternal. Now, that in fact is not true. It's been proven through the development of science that the universe is not eternal. People like Edward Hubble, Albert Einstein have shown that the universe has a beginning point from which it expanded, from which it started. There's a point in the past in which the universe started. And things like the second law of thermodynamics, the background radiation, many other things points to this fact that the universe is not eternal, but there's a point in the past that the universe began to exist. So therefore, if the universe began to exist, we have to then ask, well, then what caused it? So then if the universe began to exist, the universe has a cause. So then what caused the universe to exist? Well, then it goes kind of two pathways in this. Either the universe caused itself, which we'll talk about in a second, or something or someone caused the universe. So the first one, either the universe caused itself. That is very absurd to say the universe caused itself. Let me put it in different terms. That's like saying this book wrote itself. This table created itself. This shirt made itself. You made yourself. That is absurd and nonsense. Things do not create themselves. Something does not come out of nothing. And so we know things don't create themselves. We have to go, well, then what created it? Meaning someone or something had to cause this universe, had to create this universe. And what we can know about this someone or something is that someone or something has to be outside the universe. Has to be spaceless, timeless. We know that someone or something has to be very, if not all powerful in order to create this universe. We know that someone or something has to be personal because the universe did not have to exist. Therefore, it chose to create this universe. So to see where I'm going here is that the fact that we have a universe, the fact that we're even here, gives evidence and points to a creator, an uncaused creator. An uncaused personal creator of the universe. This is what it points towards. In Genesis 1:1, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Therefore, the belief in God is not only a rational belief, but honestly is the best explanation of why the universe even began to exist and why the universe is even here and why you and me are even here. It all points to a creator. It was put in different terms. Like, it would be absurd if I pointed to a car and I said, you're like, oh, that's a nice car. And I'd be like, it just popped out of nowhere. Just started out of nowhere. You'd be like, nah, someone started that. Someone created that. We look at everything around us to know someone started and caused or created something. That's why we like different designs or different things, and we like all these different like decorations or whatnot because we know people designed and created these things. But when we get to the universe, which next week we'll look at more design of the universe, which is far more complex than anything we have, people throw up their hands like, oh no, we don't know. No, it clearly points to a creator. It clearly points to an uncaused cause, i.e. points towards God who created all things. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Well, hope that helps on the question of, does God exist? The answer is yes. The fact that you and me are here today, the fact that the universe is how it is, points strongly and directly towards a creator. Hope that helps, and I'll see you guys next time.